FC26, the desperate rebrand, the leaks, the delusion. So here we are, again, another year, another football game, another round of please pre-order this so we can pretend it's new. Let's talk FC26. You pre-order the game this year and surprise, you get a free icon. Ooh, never seen that one before. Except we kinda have, just not packaged like this. Alongside that, you get 6,000 FIFA points, a paid season pass token, and wait for it, 2 evolution slots. Yep, 2. And that's where things start getting funny. Because if this is the third game in this FC era and they still can't handle more than 2 evolution slots unless you pay up front, what are we even doing here? Seriously, you're locking 2 slots for evolving cards behind a pre-order bonus? It's hilarious. It's also kind of sad, but hey, EA is trying, right? They're pulling every little marketing lever they've got left to try and win people back. And honestly, they have to. The leaks and the new features. There's been a flood of leaks, and most of it seems credible. GZ, the known Twitter leaker with a track record of being more accurate than EA's own patch notes, has been posting non-stop. One of the juiciest bits, EA is actively trying to get the FIFA World Cup 26 license back, which is hilarious. Considering this is the same EA that broke off from FIFA like a bitter ex in a public divorce. Now, they're crawling back. Because let's be real, they need the World Cup branding, the golden egg, the trophy, the free marketing. EA knows it's essential. Suddenly that messy breakup doesn't look so clever, does it? FC is still a terrible name. Let's just say it plainly, EA Sports FC is still a terrible name. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't hit emotionally. It doesn't carry legacy. The brand just isn't landing. And now they're back trying to grab old FIFA elements, tournaments, icons, partnerships, anything to remind you of the good old days. It's like getting back with your ex. Not because you miss them, but because they have a Netflix account and you're bored. Icons, Bayern, and the return of Allianz Arena. So what are they doing to sweeten the deal? They're adding new icons. First up, Donga, Brazilian legend, solid stats, 90 defending, 86 physical, respect. But for the love of football, can we change the card design this year? It's been the same since the PlayStation 2 era. Seriously, also Bierhoff is coming in. No idea who he is. Don't worry, neither do most of the newer players. But hey, another icon for the collection. Now let's talk clubs. Big news, Bayern Munich has dumped eFootball and is back with EA. Translation, Allianz Arena is finally coming back. Those old trailers, that nostalgic stadium atmosphere, it's all returning. I don't even play eFootball, but I felt Bayern's absence. Seeing them rejoin EA just feels right. And yeah, maybe Müller ends up on the cover. He's retired, but he's got more personality than half the active roster combined. The cover art and the curse of the jacket. There was a fan-made concept cover floating around with Mo Salah made by Deco on Twitter. And it honestly looked miles better than what EA is actually going with. Their choice? Jude Bellingham wearing a basic Adidas jacket. That's it. That's the cover. No flair, no creativity. Just insert brand logo here. They had so many options, so many storylines to choose from. But no, let's go with the guy in the hoodie. Genius. Volta again? Really? Now for the weirdest news of the batch, they're testing Volta again, but this time, wait for it. It's walkable Volta. Yeah, you get to walk around an open world map and then play 5-a-side. So basically, FIFA Street with extra loading screens. It's wild how EA removes a feature, waits a few years, brings it back slightly tweaked, and then sells it as new. This company could re-release FIFA 14 and call it Legacy Mode Remastered, and people would still fall for it. We are football, but are you though? There's a leaked menu screenshot going around. Jude's in his jacket again, and the tagline, "We are football." No, you're not. We are football. Your microtransactions, loot boxes, and recycled menus. Let's not confuse the two. Release dates, open world, and unreal promises now about the release window. Confusion reigns supreme. One leak says September 26th with early access on the 19th. Another says August. At this point, the leaks are leaking more than EA's servers. Nobody knows. We'll all find out when the download goes live? Maybe. Oh, and open world is confirmed. We got our first screenshot. Looks okay, I guess. Probably just Volta in a street map with a few cosmetic changes. Twitter account FootLatestInfo dropped even more wild claims. You'll be able to own a house, earn money, buy clothes, drive cars, train at Volta-style gyms, set up custom lobbies, interact with other players. So basically, GTA Ultimate Team Edition. And do I believe any of this? Absolutely not. EA has teased so many gimmicks over the years that I won't believe it until I'm literally driving a Lamborghini to my training session in-game. Transfers, face scans, and community sentiment. Some good news. Transfer negotiation cutscenes are reportedly being removed. Finally, those awkward handshake animations can go. Also, EA's scanning faces for all Premier League clubs. We've seen officials at training grounds doing the work, so at least the players will look realistic, even if the gameplay still feels robotic. But here's the catch. The community are mostly checked out. I'd say 10%, maybe 15% of players are still excited. Everyone else, they've lost faith. Years of broken promises and copy-paste releases have taken their toll. The game is changing, but so is the audience. Here's the bottom line, EA is not changing because they want to. They're changing because they have to. For years, they thrived in a vacuum. No real competition, no one to push them. They made just enough effort to get by and raked in millions. But now, there's pressure. FIFA 2K26 is coming. Rematch is getting real traction. UFL just launched on PC. An actually important move since PC gamers have been ignored in this genre forever. And even FIFA themselves are throwing out games like FIFA Rivals. EA is surrounded and they're scrambling to stay relevant. Maybe FC26 will be different. Maybe they'll finally deliver something that feels fresh. But the truth? They've got no choice now. The nostalgia card has been played, the license is gone, and the football gaming space is getting crowded. So EA, if you're listening, time's up. You either evolve or get outplayed. So what happens next? Well, that's up to EA. They've been handed a wake-up call, not gently, not politely, but with a full-force slide tackle to the shin. The golden era of being unchallenged in football gaming is over. Now it's an open playing field with new studios, bold ideas, and actual creativity trying to take center stage. And whether EA likes it or not, they're no longer the only ones holding the mic. The funny thing is, EA could turn this around. They have the budget, the talent, the infrastructure. They've had 2 decades of experience. They've dominated this space longer than some of their players have been alive, but somewhere along the line, they stopped evolving, they stopped innovating, and they started treating players not as fans, but as wallets. Now, the industry's catching up. Actually, no. The industry is passing them. Studios with a fraction of their budget are producing better ideas, better engagement, and better goodwill, all because they're actually listening. Because here's the thing, EA still doesn't fully get. Football fans are loyal, yes, but we're also not stupid. We've spent years begging for deeper career mode, better gameplay balance, less reliance on gambling mechanics. And what did we get? Shiny menus, pack animations, and the same broken systems dressed up in a new engine. So if FC26 ends up being just another nostalgia-fueled cash grab, people will move on. There are too many new options now, too many devs who actually respect the sport, and too many fans who are tired of giving their money to a company that only remembers them when it's time to sell pre-orders. EA needs to decide what kind of legacy it wants to leave behind. Do they want to be remembered as the pioneers of football gaming, or the ones who let it all slip away because they were too busy counting coins, time's ticking? And for the first time in years, EA is not the one holding the ball. And if you haven't seen this video yet, click right here. You're gonna love it.